Your adrenal fatigue isn't just physical, it's a soul cry for belonging. Your adrenal glands are not just biological organs, they're spiritual regulators. When you feel safe, truly safe, they help you rise. When you feel unsafe, unheld, or alone, they whisper, stay low, conserve, and wait. This is the theme that was running through Leon's healing session. When he first reached out to me for a healing session, he mentioned adrenal issues. That is not uncommon. I hear it a lot. Fatigue, burnout, hormonal shifts, the kind of exhaustion that doesn't go away with a nap or a supplement. But when I tuned in, it wasn't just his body that was tired. It was his field, it was his soul, and it was speaking a language I've come to recognize in so many lately, the quiet, coded whispers of those who have felt left behind, or worse, like they no longer belong to anything at all. This wasn't just adrenal fatigue, it was energetic exile. His healing wasn't linear, it was symbolic, soul-led, and woven through dimensions beyond what the eyes could see. Yes, the adrenal glands were tired, but the real story was deeper, lodged in the base of his spine between L4 and L5. There I found a karmic containment unit, subtle but dense. These units act like energetic governors, capping our vitality, interrupting our clarity, severing us from our own reserves of life force. Physically, this one was influencing his digestion, knees, and reproductive system. Energetically, it was linked to Had and Netzach, submission and endurance. Two frequencies that often show up when someone has had to hold too much for too long. In Leon's field, the signature was familiar. It was the imprint of someone who had lost the herd, not literally, but energetically. Like a sheep who's wandered too far from the flock and instinctively shut down, not out of weakness but survival, to freeze, to not draw attention, to stay small until it's safe to return. His system wasn't broken, it was brilliant. It was waiting for the signal that it could finally rest, finally soften, and finally belong again. Adrenal fatigue is often a story of disconnection. This is the part you rarely hear about. When you feel like you have to carry it all alone, your adrenals carry that story too. They carry the fear that something will go wrong if you stop holding it together. They carry the grief of leaving old families, old roles, old timelines that no longer fit. They carry the silent ache of not knowing where you belong anymore and wondering if you ever truly did. And over time, they dim, not to punish you, but to protect what little spark you have left. In Leon's case, the healing wasn't about fixing anything. It was about listening to what his body had been trying to say for years. I don't want to run anymore. I don't want to hold this alone. I want to feel safe being fully here. We cleared the KCU at L4-L5. We restored circulation to the systems that had gone offline. But more importantly, we called back his original belonging to the soul family that never left him, to to the earth that still wants to hold him, to the inner fire that had dimmed but never gone out. And if you're feeling this too, if you're hearing these words and your whole body is nodding, if you've been exhausted in ways you just can't explain, if your adrenals feel like they're whispering, "I can't keep doing it like this anymore," this is for you. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are not doing it wrong. You may just be tired of trying to survive alone, and somewhere deep in your system, you're waiting for someone to say, "It's okay to soften. It's okay to stop fighting. It's okay to come home to yourself." I love you all. Thank you so much for listening.